Hi and good morning. I'm NURFARHANAH LIYANA, BINTI 1 Muhammad RAZALI, A21, A31, A7. So I will start with introduction. The introduction will explain about physical learning definition and online learning definition. So physical education is training through the physical. It means the person understudies actual capability and information on development and well-being and their capacity to utilize this to add in aggregate many exercises related with the improvement of a functioning and sound way of life. Online learning can be categorized as guidance followed through a computerized gadget that is expected to help learning. In the writing, a few benefits of web-based learning have been featured: study at any time, from anywhere, possibility of setting aside huge measure of cash, no driving on packed transport or neighborhood train, adaptability to peak, furthermore saving time. Lastly, online learning, widely used since COVID-19, this arrangement turns into the best system of decision to keep the coronavirus pandemic from spreading generally. Next, advantages and disadvantages of physical and online group work. First, we will talk about physical group work advantages. The advantages is face-to-face interaction, access to resources, hands-on learning, and socialization. Physical group work disadvantages is time and location constraint, cost, commuting, limited flexibility. Next, online group work advantages. Online courses offer flexibility. Online courses are convenient. Online courses teach to be self-disciplined. Online courses have financial benefit. So the advantages of online group work are: require more time than physical class, technical issue, limited teacher to student feedback, and difficulty staying motivated. So this slide about research objective. So our objectives is benefit of physical and online group work, and lastly impact of physical and online group work. So our last slide of introduction, 1.3 chapter summary. Eventually, the choice between web-based and learning and conventional learning will rely upon the singular requirement and inclination of every understudy. Some might flourish in conventional home rule setting, while others might view web-based advancing as more helpful and open. By understanding the likeness and contrast between these two methods of learning, understudies can pursue an educated choice that will best help their scholarly objective.
Greetings, sir. My name is SHAFIKAH binti SUHAIMI and I'm matric 81828885. I will continue to present chapter 2, which is literature review. So, deciding cause and effect is one of the most important of scientific research. It's crucial to realize which is the cause for independent variable and which is the effect dependent variable. So, this chapter we will cover and discuss the literature review of all the main two variables. For DV, the impact of face-to-face and online group work, and for IV, the benefits of face-to-face and online group work. In this literature review, our group has summarized 30 articles related to title, DV, and IV. Next, we move to part 2.2, which is independent variable and dependent variable. Namely, our title, students' opinion on the difficulties and solutions associated with physical and online group work. For this part, I only focus on finding 50 articles based on IVTV, which is my IV, the benefit of face-to-face and online group work. Finally, I will summarize all the articles related to our title. Next, I will present about Reseacrh, which is about author name, year published, and variable for IV and DV. Then I have to explain a little bit or highlight about content in the article as a whole. Lastly, for literature framework, I must explain all 30 articles that include with treating such as variable, IVTV, the outro, and lastly the title of the article, and must be total 30 articles covering IV and DV.
My name is NURUL AQILAH HUSNA binti ROZAIHAM A21-82961. I will continue with Chapter 3, which is Research Methodology. This section discusses statistical procedure, data collection and hypothesis testing analysis. It describes the methodological approach, technique, tool and procedure used to collect and analyze data, ensuring the credibility and reliability of research finding. Research design. According to Jahoda, Deutsch and Cook, a research design is the arrangement of factors that make it easier to collect and analyze data in a way that tries to strike a balance between efficiency, alignment with the research objective and methodological approach. Third, method and sources. The method of data collection in this study will help out through quantitative. In the underlying step, this task will gather information through questionnaire in Google Form. Questionnaire appropriate to review point will be scattered online to 200 respondents among students in all colleges in Malaysia. For testing tool, Google Form is the tool that we have decided for data collection. Google Form is a web-based overview instrument that permits to make alter structure with different inquiry types like numerous decision, short response and others. Sampling is the selection of a subset of individuals from within a statistical population to estimate the characteristic of the world population. Our review goal is to utilize a Google structure survey to accumulate a modest quantity of information from numerous students, while person correlation is the data analysis technique applied in this section. The purpose of this kind of data analysis was to determine the benefit and impact of physical and online group work. For questionnaire design, our group research create 4 sections in Google Form, which is section A is demographic profile, section B is benefit of physical group work, section C is benefit of online group work, and the last one is section D, which is impact of physical and online group work. There are 25 questions that we are provide in Google Form. And my last part is scale. Let me explain the meaning of the number of scale. 1 means strongly disagree, 2 means disagree, 3 natural, 4 agree and 5 strongly agree. Student needs to click only one answer option that has been given. That's all.
The last chapter is chapter 4. 4.1 Practical Implication. The purpose of the questionnaire is to measure whether students choosing to study, whether they prefer to study face-to-face or online. And the questionnaire is about students' opinion on the difficulties and solutions associated with face-to-face and online group work. After acquiring the perspectives on the part-taking students, the investigation discovered that bunch conversation affects propelling students, expanding their connection during addresses, and disposing of weariness and tedium, particularly in the environment of remote concentration in which numerous students get exhausted of schedule. So, the next slide is contribution to knowledge. First, we have 2 contributions, which is physical and online. Contribution of physical group work to knowledge. Ordinary active work advances development and improvement and has various advantages for physical, mental and psychosocial well-being that without a doubt add to learning. Active work programming explicitly intended to do so can improve psychosocial results like self-idea, social way of behaving, objective direction and most prominently self-adequacy. Last is contribution online group work to knowledge. E-learning has been acquainted with enable students to get fundamental tutoring and upgrade abilities. Likewise, they can get a degree testament without really going to the everyday schedule or some other establishment. The significances of e-learning in training is that mentors and members both can foster high level of mastery abilities. So, that's all from our group. Thank you.